Is there a particular section or chapter you were more surprised or intrigued by, based on your own professional background? This really is a tough question for me, as there are just so many terrific chapters in a book. Perhaps one of the highlights is the non-chemical control chapter written by Stephen Kells. And I'm just not saying that because steam is a non-chemical control option, but the chapter is superb and a very complete piece of writing. I really have to admire the chapter on chemical control by Chiang. This, in my mind, without a question, was the most challenging and difficult chapter to write because there's just so much information on the field. How do you actually condense this into a small chapter? But he did an admirable job. The chapter on bedbug control in the poultry industry by Alan Zelansky is really very interesting, just a fascinating chapter, and is actually the first review on the topic. So it's certainly worth a read. The final chapter on bedbugs in the future by Chiang, Dinny and myself raises many alarm bells to the future regarding bedbugs, but discusses how we can actually defeat them. The section on bedbug control in specific situations is really a must for all those who deal with bedbugs. And it's interesting when you compare the challenges across different industries and different situations and their solutions and the solutions to control bedbugs, they are all surprisingly similar. On a personal note, my favourite chapters include Bedbugs and Infectious Diseases, a chapter that is actually quite controversial, but very important. We see a lot of misinformation on this particular topic. But perhaps my ultimate favourite is the chapter on bedbugs and popular culture. This is certainly the favourite chapter that I was involved in writing. And in many ways, this chapter is a bit of an oddity. Yes, it's largely there for interest. However, it does demonstrate the intimate relationship that humans have had with this insect over the eons. And most importantly, how our views of this pest have changed over time. Perhaps there are many lessons to be learned from how we viewed this pest in the past to how we do now.